Resident Evil 4. Huh? Huh? No?
September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. And that night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to. How far could he have gone?
Un forastero? What does that mean? Got bear traps, got body bags. It's all good here. This is just what it's like in rural Spain, I think.
Anyone home?
Hasta el fin vivemos contigo. Votremos. I think.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí?
Perfect.
Not good.
This is no bueno.
Man, that stinks.
Oh, yeah!
Hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on? What was that?
Oh, fuck!
No fucking way. This just keeps getting worse.
Puedes correr, pero no te puedes esconder.
¿Dónde está?
Bruce, this is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
Shut the fuck up. I'm playing great games. Yeah. Oh, it's a demo. I can't save. They said the thing. They said the thing. They said un forastero.
Damn it.
Man just casually runs into a bear trap. Should get that looked at. I'm gonna guess that this demo probably only goes through here. If it's anything like the previous demos they've done. Oh, they got him.
Shit.
Well, that's no bueno. Oh. Mysteries abound. Resources are found.
Here we go.
There you go.
Sir. Oh, it's that guy.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's my lucky day. Oh, nice.
Oh, I like how he covers. Where's everyone going? Bingo?
La campana. Hay que obedecerla.
Él nos invoca. Tenemos que servir. Al Lord Saddler Todopoderoso.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
Oh, he said the thing from the game, Resident Evil. They were like, oh, it's gonna be too serious. Is that the end of the demo? Yeah. Surprise. Yeah, we've seen what Ashley looks like. Okay. Well, that was a demo. But now the question is, what do we play? What exciting video games do we play? This is rhetorical. I know what exciting video games we shall play. I do like running up and stabbing people in the throat. That's fun. I'm a big fan of that. Okay, video game. Eh? Eh? Na 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 na. Am I going to have to close this and then reload it? Because I got out of window too many times? It looks like it. Wait, no, it's weird and laggy. Okay, apparently game capture doesn't like game capture. Did I fucking break my capture? Why do you have to be like this? What did I ever do to you? Video game. There we go. I have to use... Yeah. Yeah, a good game. Yeah. Welcome to a good game.
For all the butchery of Mobius's crusade, this massacre was somehow more chilling. The killing fields of the Sarafan betrayed a kind of orderly ruthlessness, the cold-blooded righteousness of the true believer. Wait, no, this is the first dungeon I went into.
Oh, I see. Ah, yes, my favorite button, the auto face button.
By all that is holy!
Here at last, in the flesh, I beheld my former brothers in arms, the warrior priests of the Sarafan Order, their lives devoted solely to the annihilation of the vampire plague. And while I confess, I felt a twinge of longing, a pang of grief for what I had believed was my lost virtue, I regarded them now with none of the reverence I formerly felt. For I had seen the human face of the vampires, and now I beheld the monstrousness of these men.
Oh, shit. Who's the real monster, am I right? See you nerds later, I'm getting Wendy's. Okay, this fight's gonna take forever. Got the Soul Reaver. That's the name of the game, Soul Reaver hardly met her. Did I make that joke? I probably made that joke. Delicious. Save. Joke's on you, nerds. You can make the same area in 3 different time periods, but you can't catch me! Oh, Raziel.
After my long journey, I finally stood on the threshold of enlightenment. For here was Janos Audrin's mountain retreat, intact and unblemished. The upheaval that would one day topple this ancient edifice had not yet occurred. And while I had no certainty that Janos still lived, this scene boded well, for I presumed that the collapse of the retreat must have followed the ancient vampire's demise. There was only one obstacle. How to reach the balcony suspended at that maddening height, so far beyond my reach. For this was the architecture of winged creatures. The tattered ruins of my wings were of no use. I would need to devise some other means into that mountain.
Oh, you mean like this? I did it. I solved the puzzle. Blood. Remember when video games were good? It's like, I gotta get this blood chalice. But to do that, I need to use the Dark Reaver. I'd 420 blasted my way through the rock, unleashing the darkness within. Have I smooched Kane yet? No. But surely that's coming. They wouldn't make me wait until Defiance to do that, surely. Kane, my sometimes enemy, sometimes lover. I beheld a most curious puzzle. Surely no one but I would be able to access such a thing. And yet, so the puzzle remained. Boop, boop, boop. Delicious blood chalice. If anyone, if there isn't a game called Blood Chalice, I'm gonna reserve that now for the name of my dungeon crawler, my party-based dungeon crawler, Blood Chalice. Yeah! Massive blood chalice? No. Or maybe bleeding chalice? Does making it a verb, is that... Alright, we're gonna focus group here. When you hear the words blood chalice, what do these words evoke to you as a consumer?
The mountain's interior was hollow, I discovered, and graced with soaring architecture unique to its creators. As with the outer facade, these balconies and galleries could only be reached by those gifted with flight. With only my ruined wings to carry me, this towering labyrinth seemed impassable, while the object of my quest lay just beyond my grasp. For here, suspended at the apex of the chamber, was the threshold that surely led to the great vampire himself. I didn't know whether Janos Audron was the monster depicted in the stronghold, or one of the noble creatures memorialized among the ruins of the ancient vampires. But I didn't care. Demon or angel, he alone held the key to my destiny.
What does Raziel even want at this point? That's a great question. And he's not entirely sure, to be fair. Because he's like, yeah, I got a murder boner for Kane. And then Kane's like, but what if you didn't kill me, Raziel? And Raziel's like, what? Impossible. Oh, dog's barking. Bork! Bork! Bork, bork! You ever bork? You ever just bork? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, man? Dog, he likes me now, so that's an improvement over when he did not like me. But he is still a very anxious doggy. Look at this door. That's a door. You intend to give him Christ, but my auto said Chris. I mean, I gave him the body of Christ, which is to say, I gave him the sacrament, the body and the blood of Christ, and now he is saved. Maybe your phone is secretly trying to tell you something. About a baby that was born in a manger 2,000 years ago. Bork. Bork. Oh, I see. Oh, I had to shoot them both at the same time. I see. I have bad news. Actually, listen, heliocentrism, heliocentrism is, in fact, a lie to you told by the forces of evil. Because if everything does not revolve around the Earth, then that means we as a species are not special and chosen by God, and therefore our existence is a meaningless, pointless coincidence, a cosmic mistake. Yeah! I mean, he said be nice to people, treat them well. Love thy neighbor as thyself. I mean, listen, if you want to get into actual theological discussion, we could talk about how this is all fucking Paul's fault. If you want to talk about Christianity organizing as a religion versus what? Anyway. Don't murder people for adultery. But vampires, on the other hand, I'm sorry to tell you this. Yeah, I'm sure you were loved by the priest in Sunday school. You know, priests really love a smug humanist. So you believe in the god of science. Hygienicus. Listen, Thomas Aquinas has some things to say about this. Call me Puzzle Solving Dan, solving puzzles wherever I can. Gotta build my blood stairs. Which is, of course, one of the features of Blood Chalice. Should it be Blood Chalice or Bloody Chalice? Which tests better? Does Bloody Chalice come off as too edgy? If we say bleeding chalice, will our viewers think that's a euphemism for menstruation? These are the things I, as your new marketing advisor, am here to answer. Blood chalice is third-person Souls-like. Yeah. Bloody Chalice is a filthy kart racer. Okay. Okay, how about this? Chalice of Blood. What does that denote to you, the viewer? That's a CRPG? Alright, fantastic. Is it right next to Black Geyser? Which, by the way, I got a... So, Black Geyser, Couriers of Darkness, was an indie CRPG that came out last year. And I've been pretty open about saying I don't think it's particularly good. Alright, need to get the light one again. Ugh. But I got a survey from the developers that I filled out for the heck of it. And it was basically them asking, like, hey, would you consider backing a Kickstarter so we could actually finish our DLC instead of going insolvent? And then, would you consider backing a Kickstarter for our sequel, if we made a sequel? And also, what didn't you like about our video game? I filled it out, honestly. But yeah, that game definitely is one of those things where it's like, oh bless you, sweet child. You really did try. I just found it very lukewarm. Which is bad. I feel bad. Because I like it when people make the kinds of video games I like to play. I know, a hard thing to say. But when people make the things I like it when they make the things well. I like the soundtrack for this game, too. It's got this very good droning. Just early 2000s. I would also like it if they, finished the DLC for, Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. Because I'd like to replay that game. And they did a second season pass. They added the shifter. Hey, sound libraries weren't as good in the 2000s, okay? Now I'm sure Sony hires like 300 people just to put microphones next to water when they make The Last of Us 2. But back in the olden times, back in the good old days, back when a video game was a video game, for the woke people part.
Janos Audrin. It is heartening after all these years to hear my name spoken without contempt. Raziel? My child, what have they done to you?
I have been dragged through hell and back. All it seems to reach this moment. But I don't yet know why.
For thousands of years I have waited, alone here, losing faith. At the time of the binding, 9 guardians were called to serve the pillars, and I was summoned as the 10th guardian, the keeper of the Reaver, the weapon of our salvation. Over time, our race died out, until I alone remained, sustained only by my obligation to you and by my guardianship of the blade.
And the other 9?
Why did their guardianship not sustain them? I don't know. As our race dwindled, the humans prospered. I have watched over the centuries as our history faded into myth and finally receded altogether. The humans have forgotten us entirely and claimed the pillars for themselves, wholly ignorant of their true purpose. To them, I am merely a devil, the origin of their vampire plague.
Why would the pillars summon human guardians then, if they are meant to be served by vampires?
The pillars choose their guardians from birth, Raziel, and vampires are no longer born. This is the crux of our dilemma, and this is the terrible irony. With their vampire purge, the members of the Circle have assaulted the very architects of the pillars they are sworn to protect. They have embarked on a treacherous path. With every vampire they kill, the humans are slitting their own throats. They know I'm up here, beyond their reach, and it terrifies them. You can see how they flaunt their kills to torment me, or perhaps simply to lure me out. They have this foolish notion that destroying me will somehow topple our entire bloodline. Thankfully, we're not that fragile.
I have seen them mustering their forces in the village below.
Yes. I don't know what they're plotting, but I fear our time may be bitterly short.
Mankind seems to have brought you only torment and grief. You must hate them.
They fear what they don't understand, and they despise what they fear. But no, I do not hate them.
Vorador does.
He has suffered much. He cannot forgive them.
Should they be forgiven?
They don't understand what they're doing. They are simply unenlightened and vulnerable to manipulation.
So, it's all true then, what Cain and Vorador have told me. I really am some kind of unholy vampire messiah.
Unholy? No. Messiah, perhaps.
I don't like that word. It smells of martyrdom.
Raziel, your role in this world's destiny is more crucial and more benevolent than you've allowed yourself to believe. Your journey will not be easy. Dark powers are allied against you. But I think you already know this. You appear to have been cruelly tested. The binding must be secured, Raziel. The pillars are the lock.
And the Reaver is the key.
Yes.
The Reaver is here. Why do I feel nothing?
The most formidable weapon ever forged by our swordsmiths. They infused the blade with vampiric energy, empowering the Reaver to drain our enemies of their precious lifeblood.
As Janos presented the blade, an inexplicable sense of dread crept over me, more palpable than anything I'd felt before. I was at once horribly repelled by the sword, and yet irresistibly compelled to touch it, to take it up. Please, take it away from me.
I fear you have been followed. You must save yourself, Raziel.
Janos! No!
Oh, no.
My surroundings whirled sickeningly, and I found myself transported safely away from the ambush to an adjacent chamber. Janos had delivered me from the Sarafan, selflessly forfeiting his own safety to preserve my life. And now I feared that my newfound mentor would be slaughtered by the very crusaders I had so recently revered. The irony pierced me, and with dawning horror, I realized that I had been duped by Mobius from the beginning. For the Sarafan had simply followed the path I gullibly blazed through this sanctuary, and had arrived bearing Mobius's staff. Thus armed, they had Janos at their mercy. Through the door, I could hear them battling, less than a dozen paces away. But it may as well have been 1,000 miles, for this barrier was sealed by elemental forces I did not possess. It seemed Janos had conveyed me into the heart of the fire shrine. I thought perhaps if I could galvanize the forge and imbue the Reaver in time, I might have a slim chance of saving Janos from his grisly fate.
Now this right here. Oh, I can't pull out the Reaper. Are we the real Walking Dead? Yes. Did the jumping. I like video games. Start out Wind Waker. We were doing this 2 years earlier. Look at me. I think we're near the end of the game, by the way. I think I might just finish it today. Oh, there was a save point here the entire time. Fire! Remember when I got the Fire Reaper in the last game and it didn't do anything?
I plunged the Reaver into that furnace and forged the blade with elemental fire. With the Reaver thus imbued, I was now armed to unlock the elemental barrier and rescue Janos from his executioners.
Look, that statue's of me! I'm the statue! Look! As all has been predicted, they're the currents of fate.
Look at his black heart. How it still beats.
Wait. Oh, fuck.
The fiend intends to bury us alive.
Raziel, we must get out of here.
Am I gonna kill
Remember the
myself?
sword.
Am I gonna kill myself in the past?
Forgive me. I'm sorry. I failed you. No, Raziel. Perhaps this was my true purpose. Simply to save your life this once. While I have taken yours. Embrace your destiny, Raziel. You must reclaim the river. It was forged for you and you alone. Without it, there is no hope.
Oh no. Vampire Dad, no! I gotta kill myself.
As I backed away from Janos's body, I was overwhelmed by a sense of self-loathing so deep I could barely contain it. In that instant, I rejected all that I ever was, and embraced the role Janos had safeguarded for me so patiently throughout the centuries. I knew then what I had to do, the task for which I was uniquely prepared. I would pursue the Sarafan dogs to their loathsome fortress and avenge Janos Audrin's murder. Mobius would pay dearly for his treachery, and my
Has Raziel
Sarafan
figured out what he
brethren
wants
would
yet?
reap
Yes.
the horrors they had sown. I would retake the stolen Riva, which was rightfully mine. And finally, when all these debts had been paid, I would reclaim Janos Audrin's heart from their filthy, unworthy hands. If the heart was truly imbued with the power to restore vampiric unlife, its highest purpose was clear to me. I would restore the heart to Janos, and thus undo the vile crime committed by my abominable former self.
No, there's still more game. But I think we're near the end. I'm gonna bet storming the Sarafan and killing Raziel of the past, thus creating a time paradox, is how this is gonna end.
We've been expecting you, little Raziel.
So, these demonic pests were not merely the product of Nosgoth's corrupted future, for here they were, hurtling back over 5 centuries to pursue me. These creatures, I suspected, were minions of the unseen forces that had hoped to control me. This was the tangible expression of their displeasure. These demons were unleashed as the penalty for my disobedience.
Oh no, I can see the...
Do you really think you can say Nosgoth? Let me enlighten you, poor Raziel.
does everyone hate Raziel? Because he's a bitch. Because it's all 4D chess. And it's gonna be like, actually, Raziel, this is what we wanted you to do. Because that's how this game rolls. Oh shit, it wasn't the vampires who destroyed the town. It was the demon.
There he is, the savior of Nosgoth.
But who's the real bad guys? Who's pulling the strings? Oh, one can only hope. A most cruel trick indeed. For my future self was sending demons back to my past self in order to provoke a most bitter response. Raziel, it's me, your future self. I'm a demon now. Have to kill your past and your future self. One can only hope. Most bitter irony overcame me. Was I to truly slaughter myself throughout time? How many paradoxes would time accept before turning into a big mush? A smush.
Get him!
You can tell we're near the end of the game because it's just turned into nothing but combat. Stop! Yes, this is like the Jet Li movie, The One. Got it.
Closer, Raziel.
I did come closer. And now look at you, you little punk. Yeah, the combat in this game's not great. Like, it is somehow sub Ocarina of Time. Like, sometimes you should block. I don't know.
You shall not pass.
I will say the thing about this game, I think, maybe betrays the kind of the scope the project is going for. Is like, boy, there sure are exactly 3 or 4 environments you go through 3 times each. right? Like, it makes sense in the context of the story they've made. Nope, that's not the right way. Like, but when you are not doing the elemental forges in this game, you sure are going through the same handful of areas.
You have failed me, Raziel.
I wonder, Old One. Did you truly resurrect me, or were you simply there when I awakened from my torment in the abyss? I suspect you found me merely convenient, dropped in your lair by Cain, indestructible for some reason, a durable and gullible tool for you to manipulate. This one thing I readily admit. I have been used by others time and again, but always I seem to stray from their path. What is it about me, demon, that makes me such an unreliable instrument? Why do I survive one trial after another, on and on, in an endless succession of humiliating deaths and resurrections? It seems there is much more to my destiny and my history than I know. Perhaps more than you know as well.
Yeah, take that, nerd. Fuck you, Dad. I'm a soul reaver. Oh, right. I forgot that technically your health slowly drains. Because you see, the whole point of Raziel is that he's technically a wraith who can only appear on the material plane when souls
change his destiny. What a fool. Free your soul, demon.
How can I return to hell when I'm already here? Boogity boogity! watching it until it's over or I can leave Walmart. Yeah, that's fine. Listen, we're all coping. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we're all leaving Walmart. In a literal or metaphorical sense. Who among us has not left Walmart?
Seize him!
It was strange. I felt I had been here before. A large superstore. Place without end, without reason.
Suddenly and inexplicably, I discovered the Reaver suspiciously laid across my path. Again, I sensed nothing of that temporal distortion, the peculiar sense of displacement I had felt when I encountered the Reaver in William's chapel. Cornered here with the blade, I suffered the same nameless dread that I had experienced when Janos first presented the Reaver to me. I felt at once repelled by the blade, and yet overwhelmingly compelled to seize it.
So, Raziel, here we are, finally. You have no choice but to confront me now. And I am not so foolish as I've let you believe. We have business to conclude.
You knew I would lead the Sarafan to Janos, you vile bastard. You've been orchestrating my every move. My destiny is an amusement to you.
It was fun while it lasted. I think not, Raziel. Malik, do not let this creature leave. He poses a danger to the Circle. Poor, deluded Raziel. Did you somehow imagine you had the guile to change history on me? I'm the Time Streamer. I knew your every intention before you did, you imbecile.
Lord Mobius, there is trouble within. The Circle is under
Hold
attack.
fast, Malik. This one is the real danger to us.
What are you trying to concoct here, Mobius?
You toxic creature. Did you imagine I'd simply allow you to run loose, corrupting everything you encounter?
I admit that I've underestimated you to this point, Mobius. But it's a mistake I won't repeat.
Wrong again, Raziel. Now, Malik, bolt the door.
Using his staff to disable my Wraithblade, Mobius effectively disarmed me, leaving me with only one choice of weapon. And yet I confess, it was not the lack of options, but blind rage that made me take up the Reaver. In my fury, it felt as though my hand had acted of its own will. And now, that same hand clutched the hilt with unyielding strength, and I felt a constrained tingling, a remote but palpable sense of longing, as the disabled Wraithblade tried vainly to embrace its physical twin.
5-dimensional chess.
Come to take your revenge, demon?
Back to hell with you!
I recognize these two as my former brethren, in life as Sarafan, and in unlife as Cain's vampire sons. Melchiah and Zephon, the weakest of Cain's brood. These bastards had no idea what future lay in store for them, how they would become the very thing they so despised. The Reaver hummed with ravenous anticipation. Janos had called it a vampiric blade, endowed with the power to drain its victims of their lifeblood.
Bork, bork, bork.
I was eager to see what the Reaver would do to these two.
Yeah, fuck 'em up, Dad. Oh, I have infinite health. This was also part of the plan.
Melchiah and Zephon fell before my blade. I felt the Reaver's bloodthirst as keenly as I ever had when I was still a vampire. I could sense the boundary between us dissolving. The Reaver was consumed with my rage, and I was intoxicated by its bloodlust.
I'm the Reaver now,
blade had a
bitch.
vitalizing effect on me. My physical energy no longer decayed over time, and the wounds inflicted by my foes healed almost instantly. The Reaver had made me invincible.
Yeah! Surely this isn't a trap. I can't wait when the final boss is Raziel's past self. And it's like, I killed myself in the past, which was what my foes wanted the entire time.
Have you come to reclaim the monster's black heart?
You'll have to get to us first.
My former brethren, Duma and Rahab, confronted me next. This all seemed so elegantly choreographed. Exhilarated by the Reaver, I was drunk with revelations. I could finally appreciate the delicious irony of Cain's blasphemous private joke. and I reveled as I colluded with him across the centuries. For it was I who put these bastards in their tomb, thus providing the corpses for Cain to raise as his vampire sons a millennium from now.
Yeah. Can't hurt me. I'm invincible. Yeah, the cat was borking. No, the cat got to go to the vet today. Get his kitty shots. I also don't see the cat nearly as much as I would like, because he's terrified of the dog. So he mostly just hangs out in my roommate's bedroom.
Get back to the pit you crawled from, demon.
And here at last was my brother Turel, who along with Duma would bear me into the abyss without questioning Cain's command. So dutiful and righteous, even as a vampire. I guess some habits die hard. The vampire Turel had eluded my vengeance. The Sarafan Turel would not. I like how they just block.
So, vampire, here we are. You've destroyed my brethren, and now you've come for me. You'll find I'm not such easy prey. I don't want to kill you, but I will if I must. Return the heart to me, and we can end this now. So, you've come to avenge that filthy parasite and reclaim his foul heart. You're a righteous fiend, aren't you? Apparently I am. No, vampire. This is where it ends. But you won't be leaving this room. Now, let's finish this. I'll make it mercifully quick. As you did for Janos? No, that beast had eluded us for far too long. It would have been a shamed ending too quickly. It's ironic, really. The great Janos Ordrin turned out to be no challenge at all. Thanks to you. Did you hear his cowardly screams when I tore that black heart out of his carcass?
secret is to just not lock on. I killed myself!
I renounce you. And so it ends. My history comes full circle.
It turns out I was a bitch in my life, as well as my underlife.
The Wraithblade uncoiled itself from me, and instead wound lovingly around its former self. I felt its grip loosen, and as the blade left me, its absence chilled me more than its presence ever had. A foreboding sense of emptiness and loss stole over me, and a terrible revelation gathered like a storm at the edge of my awareness.
You got tricked, you
With
stupid
all
idiot!
other foes exhausted, the conjoined blades turned themselves on me, and I realized, finally, why I had sensed nothing when Janos offered me the blade.
Yes.
The Reaver was never forged to be a soul-stealing weapon. The ravenous, soul-devouring entity trapped in the blade was, and always had been, me.
You were the
This
Soul
is why the
Reaver!
blade was destroyed when Cain tried to strike me down. The Reaver could not devour its own soul. The paradox shattered the blade. So, this was my terrible destiny. To play out this purgatorial cycle for all eternity. I could not bear it. Despair overwhelmed me. You.
Are you enjoying this, Cain? Don't fight it, Raziel. Give into it. Was this your destiny for me all along? Trust me.
I felt myself weakening, unable to hold on any longer. The Reaver was too strong. The compulsion to simply let go, too great. And then, a growing sense of vertigo and the familiar displacement. The paradoxical moment when my twinned soul hovered both outside and inside the Reaver blade. This was the instant, the glimmer of temporal distortion Cain had been counting on all along. This was the edge of the coin, the minute flicker of probability upon which Cain had gambled everything.
Now you are free to reclaim your true destiny, Raziel.
Behind Cain's eyes, I could see new memories blooming and dying as history labored to reshuffle itself around this monumental obstruction. And I could see by the dawning horror on his face that perhaps we had strained history too far this time.
We fucking broke history.
By trying to alter my fate, he may have introduced a fatal paradox.
My God. The Hilden. We walked right into their trap. Raziel, Janos must stay dead.
But Cain's warning was lost as I slipped into the spirit realm, too weak to maintain my physical form. And there, waiting for me as always, was the Reaver, the Wraithblade, my own soul, twinned and bound.
His sword is himself!
And I realized that I could never escape my terrible destiny. I had merely postponed it. History abhors a paradox.
Yeah! Is doing PC ports this far back. Alright, well the real question is, do I play Blood Omen 2 after this? Or do I play Defiance? Of course, the answer is to play Blood Omen 2, because it's apparently the bad one. And especially all of our friends and family who have missed us while we were crunching on this video game. Whoops.